Hello, wonderful ones. So today I want to talk with you about maybe words that I usually don't use. And it is important that you know maybe why I don't use them. So I won't make it too long so you actually don't get bored, because I think that's also important. And I want to limit it actually on 3 words. One is Kundalini, and I don't mean the Kundalini yoga. I mean the experience, light body and homoluminous. The other one is fixing, solving, and that. And the last one is spiritual. So what is my take, and how is it that I don't really want to use them? So let's start with Kundalini. The Kundalini experience for a very long time, through ages, all the masters, all the gurus actually had a Kundalini experience. And I feel most people had one. So a Kundalini experience also goes on the physical level. It's related to also the serpent. So it goes also in many traditions. It's not just an Indian thing, but it also is. And the Kundalini experience, for most of it, is the first awakening. And when I had my Kundalini experience, it was in a meditation that was actually not aimed at Kundalini, but I could really feel how this Kundalini was rising. And for me, it was kind of the first awakening, as I said. And the Kundalini experience works on the chakras. But what I found interesting with what I know now is the Kundalini experience wasn't that just on the basic chakras, the ordinary chakras, I call them now, the 3D chakras, from the base to, I have to remember now, sacral, solar, plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. Actually, I had my first Kundalini experience right from the earth. It started really under my feet, what we call now the Earth Star chakra, that came out of Diana Cooper and Tim Wilde. And so for me, and I have this memory because it's unique, it came right up, but it definitely was in my navel, and it definitely went out. And of course, I didn't know what was above, but it was really rising all of my chakras that I didn't know that existed. Later, when I studied more my shamanic stuff, Dr. Alberto Vialdo, not him personally, but one of his students, we also learned about, of course, the Viricocha, the next chakra, and the next one as well. So I was already aware then that there is more chakras. And the Kundalini experience is really about lighting up the chakras and to take us out of the duality of the chakras, to being able to see beyond, if you wish. And this is possibly the beginning of the light body for me. If you have a different view, different experience, equally fine. I just want to talk about these things very quickly with you. So the homoluminous comes in now when we had this Kundalini experience, when we kind of get more aware of our light body. And the light body is not only the chakras. So I want to be very clear about that as well. While chakras are important, for instance, we do very little work with chakras. Occasionally we activate the 15 chakras, but that chakra clearing and all of that we actually don't do. How is that? It is because when you are in your 5th dimensional chakras and the 15 and 7th dimensional or higher, the clearing is not really relevant. And the clearing of the chakras is like many other clearings. It's a temporary thing, and if you continue the same way, it continues. So even, and this is something that's very important about the shamanic world as well, if you don't go into a state of praxis, these are all seeds. If you don't nurture them, if you don't cultivate them, nothing is actually going to happen. Yeah, so this is one, Kundalini, light body. And then homoluminous is, of course, the activated 15 chakras living in the fifth and seventh and whatever dimension, where the heart and this life, the heart as in the I am, the source, the spirit, the soul, are truly one in a fifth dimension or higher. This is when this shifts the physical body. So from within, but also with all of the energies and frequencies and vibrations that we are receiving from the universe, from the cosmos, from the earth, the ascension vibes, the shift, the Aquarian age, the end of the cycles. This, we become homoluminous, which is just from Neanderthal to what they had there, the chromo whatever. It is now just from the Homo sapiens to the homoluminous. Yes, I feel the Kundalini experience is as important as everything else, and it's part of a story. So the homoluminous actually has, of course, the activated 15 chakras, has a new gold print, and also has an operating system heart. And that doesn't mean that there are no more upgrades. It's not like that. We are still getting updates and upgrades. So this is that. The second word that I don't use very often is fix and problems, because they come from the mind. I see something in a certain way and then I believe I have a problem because I can't get it. And more than 20 years ago, when problem solving was just becoming so important as one of your main skills, I couldn't see it because I didn't see the problem in the first place. So it is very important for me. I don't talk about problems and problem solving and fixing because I don't believe in it. Fixing also means I go to the pharmacy and take a pill and everything is fine. And this is not what is really happening. There is work to be done, whether it's shadow embrace, whether it's inner work, whatever we want to call it. And it is a process. Everything that we experience in this human body is actually a process. It's a journey. So I cannot just pretend I get a pill. I'm talking about a pill metaphorically. Somebody fixes you. It's not like that. It also depends on you. It's your inner work. So hence, I'm not a healer that is fixing all of your life or your pain. I'm not a healer anyway, because the healer is you. And so it is not about fixing, and it's not about problem solving. So I'm more interested in being a bridge into your heart, so that you can link and actually live from the heart. And that's a very different thing. And that requires a process, that requires praxis, that requires patience, and it requires a lot of grit and courage. So that was number 2. The third is spiritual. I don't use the word spiritual very often because it often gets misconstrued. It doesn't mean that I don't believe in spirit. It doesn't mean I haven't done any spiritual work, but for me it maybe is just a little bit too commercial. It doesn't mean that the word is like that, but because I respond a lot to energy of words, especially language is one of my gigs, if you want to see it that way. So spiritual does not resonate with me in regards to the common energy that it carries. And so you hear me talking about consciousness, heart consciousness. You hear me about talking about heart awakening, about mystic, about cosmos. And I just use different words. And the whole idea of this video today is to encourage you to use the words that have that vibration, that actually means something to you. Dare. Don't use words just because everybody else is using it. Use the words that truly mean something here, that resonate in your heart. It doesn't mean the word is bad. It just means maybe the way that most people using it doesn't resonate with you. And there's nothing wrong with being different and unique. Thank you for listening in today. I will play a little sound for you so that you can feel what language, what words truly resonate with you, and have the courage to speak them, and maybe to share with others, not because it's right or wrong or good or bad, but because you resonate and what it means to you. Let me know how that feels. Let me know where you are at. I love your comments. I'm gonna put some more links in the comments so that maybe we can connect and talk more about these beautiful things and share more sound. Thank you.